Hello everybody, Princess Bear here. We're back at Hollywood Studios.
It's been quite some time since we've been to Fairfax Fare, but we're back.
It's reopened and ready for us to try this new plant-based hot dog item they have.
We're gonna see if it's better than the last time.
So I do so hope so. So we're gonna go in and I'm gonna try to be fair on Fairfax Fare.
Be sure to hot dog.
You heard the girl.
Get it? Because Mickey Mouse, hot dog.
Maybe you didn't hear the girl.
Three daughters, because everywhere we go at Disney now, we just run into the three daughters. This is a nice nutty, like not too nutty, like balance between nutty and refreshing. I actually quite like this beer a lot. This is a good like chuggable beer on a hot day. Like this one, it's no grown-up lemonade, but it's up there on the drinks to get at Hollywood Studios. I would give this 4 out of 5 barley wheats. Grades, hops.
Fairfax Fare. I know that I often have never had anything good to say about you, even though you have been a dependable place for us to get food like pre-Fantasmic or just on a random day here, but like that Southwest taco nonsense you guys had before was terrible. However, I'll give props where props is due. You have a much better beer selection now. So you have this delicious looking Three Daughters Blonde Ale. If you like more light beers, this is definitely going to be I think what you should go with. It's got a little bit more complexity than say your Bud Light, but not enough to I think put most people off. It's very drinkable. I give that 3.5 out of 5 claws.
And then this is a beer from a Jacksonville brewing. Duke's Cold Nose from Jacksonville, our old house living situation, our old stomping grounds, I guess you could say, for a long time. Yeah. Oh, this one's almost like a light chocolatey taste. I like this also. I don't particularly care for dark beers very often, but this is one that I would slowly drink and maybe hand over to Bear at like halfway to finish. So that's still a win for me. I'd give this a 3 out of 5 hops.
And I went with an old favorite because I love almost everything Bold City makes. We tried their Killer Whale here. This is not the first time we got Cold Nose, but it's always refreshing, a little bit nostalgic for us. It's nice and deep. Sort of reminds me of like a slightly darker Newcastle without going into like New England territory. 4 out of 5 claws. But what's great is that they also have, I mean, if you like that sort of torture, they also have Reef Donkey from Tampa, which I absolutely hate, but they also have the Kona Blonde as well. So it's like the gamut of choices. Good job on the beer selections at least. Now, we'll see how good the food is.
I think this is the first dish that I've had at Disney that I'm honestly scared to try. This relish looks like it was dyed green for St. Patrick's Day. This is the weirdest coloration on relish I think I've ever seen. We have like a Beyond sausage, whole pieces of tomato like sliced in half, and then peppers. It very much represents what a Chicago dog should be. Couldn't you have just given me a bun or given me the option of a bun? Why is it in a salad? Please, Disney, tell me why it's in a salad, and why is this relish so green? I'm really scared. But I commit to my mistakes, so here we are. All right, a little bit of this sausage. With lettuce, this weird relish. Why did I do that? A little piece of the pepper, because I've had these peppers before when Bear made me Chicago dogs. Yeah, I can't. We're just gonna go with this tiny bite. Well, it does taste like a Chicago dog. Kinda. There are a lot of really weird flavors. The relish does taste like relish. And it doesn't taste so artificial, so that's good. Oh, there's pickles. I didn't get the pickles on here either. This is a weird salad. Again, I would have just rather had the Chicago dog. If I were to come to Hollywood Studios, I would not proactively come get this Fairfax Fare dish. I would rather go to like Woody's Lunchbox or Docking Bay or even Backlot Express. This is an interesting thing to try. I appreciate the creativity in the salad. The flavors are good. They're there. It's just really weird. It's kind of off-putting. And the fact this place is only open 4 hours out of the day, that's a problem too. I'm gonna rate this salad 2 out of 5 toss salads. This did not toss my salad. I'm sorry.
It's no secret, I'm not in love with the idea of a hot dog, even beyond sausages. I mean, I get it. It's an easy summer food, but unless it's a Chicago dog or a chili dog, I'm probably going to hate it. This is an interesting idea. It's sort of like Disney's magical way of, I guess, some sort of deconstructed hot dog. I understand the presentation other than this weird looking irradiated relish. My problem with it is that yes, it looks good, but in actual functionality, you probably should have cut up these sausage pieces a little bit smaller. Most people are not gonna want to try to tug back and forth with Beyond sausage in this little plastic tray trying to cut all this. And the size of these tomatoes, come on, man, you could have diced this. I mean, I get it. In a Chicago dog, yes, it would have been a half a tomato, but it does not work in a salad. Go ahead and pre-chop this so I don't encounter the same problem Princess did. Even though we commit to our mistakes, we try to learn from them. One thing I don't understand in salad, even though it's salad, is the lettuce. Why lettuce? That's probably the thing that's going to weird me out the most. There's the pickle. Got the sausage, maybe. And a little bit of relish. Oh, wait. We're getting the lettuce.
And the pepper?
There's a pepper in there. Yeah. Okay. You know, I don't hate it. I thought I was going to hate the lettuce. I actually don't mind it. The relish, it's weird. It's definitely a lot more relishy than normal relish. I don't understand the color. It makes no sense. The mustard is fine. The tomatoes are fine, even though I wish there were more chop. The one issue with it, if you're going to call it Chicago dog, there's no celery salt.
Yes, there is.
Where?
It's sprinkled with celery salt. It says it in the...
It needs more celery salt. That's my one complaint. Other than that, I mean, other than being extremely odd, and good luck getting your kids to eat this, I don't mind the flavors. It's not something that I would come here specifically for, but I'm willing to give it a 3.5 out of 5 plus. The flavors are there. I'll give it that. Here's the item I'm really worried about. So I went and got one of their new hot dogs. In addition to the plant-based item I just added, they have these concoction of weird hot dogs. They have like a macaroni hot dog, a pretzel dog, and this is their California BLTA dog. I'm seeing some mustard on here, bacon, tortilla chips. This is more of an aioli mustard. There is lettuce and tomato on the very bottom. This whole lettuce and hot dog things, you were never going to sell me on that. I don't even know where to start, but I guess I'm actually going to try to pick this up. I thought I was going to try to cut it, but it does not seem like it will be conducive to that. The bun's nice and toasted. I'll give them that. It's a massive hot dog. You never have to unhinge your jaw to get it all in your mouth at once. The bun is nice. The bang and the tortilla shells actually add a nice texture and crunch to it. That aioli mustard is actually pretty good. My least favorite part about it, honestly, is the hot dog. Which, being that I don't really love hot dogs, I get that. But honestly, it's not that terrible. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Like it was just going to be too many flavors all at once, but the flavors actually work together pretty well if you like hot dogs. I'd be willing to give that a 3.5 out of 5 plus. Which is definitely like this a lot better than I like what they had previous to reopening. I'm surprised. I'll give them that. We have this side of what I can only imagine is pickled veggies. So I'm seeing pickled cauliflower, some pickled jalapeno, and little bits of carrot. It's an interesting mix. I think some pepper in there too. Tastes off. 0 out of 5 plus. I regret that 100%. That was absolutely awful. It tastes like somebody's like soured vegetable in like liquid. How the hell would you give me that? Get away from my food. I'm mad at you for that, Disney. Very, very mad. Here we have a new unique offering. Parmesan kettle cooked chips. How? Ooh, I love Disney's kettle cooked chips. Sprinkled Parmesan. It's almost something like the princess would have eaten pre-vegan. Ooh. I used to like. Imagine Parmesan fries, but without the mush. A nice crunch. I'm good these. 5 out of 5 plus. Their best thing so far. These are amazing. These completely make up those nasty vegetables they just fed me. Almost.
I just want to point out that I've mostly annihilated my plate and I barely drank my beer. So that is very out of character for me, and I think speaks to how good this salad actually is. The more that I ate it, the more like the mustard and the relish mixed together, and the flavor of those two created this dressing that was actually really good. So I'm gonna revise my rating. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 Beyond sausages. It's still not my go-to option, but it's like a great light lunch item that I would order this and eat it again.
New and improved Fairfax Fare.
I gotta say, this whole drinking and walking thing takes some getting used to again.
Yeah, we're trying to revert back to the old days, but Fairfax Fare being reopened is a definite improvement.
I would agree. We traded open, random plastic guacamole for some weird pickled vegetables. Both are misses. But then we got some weird food ingredients that were actually pretty tasty. So this place is a hit and a miss.
I think the path they're on is a good one. There's more positive than negative this time, where it was mostly negative before. But I want to know, do you guys have a visit to Fairfax Fare planned for your next trip? If so, let us know in the comments. If there's anything else Hollywood Studios, Disney World, period, you'd like to see us do, that's going to be a place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe.
You heard the girl.
And like this video. May the force be with you. Always.